The check ain't coming in no more, so he can't help me with the bills no more. So him and his son finna go. Him and his son finna go. Little baby, pick your daddy's shoes up, cause you finna go too. You finna go with him. Your check ain't come, so you and your baby gotta go. You doing all this cause my check ain't come. Yep. You finna get up out of here. You finna get up out of here. I promise you they get all your towels. Come on. Go. You finna go. Yeah. Ain't no more checks finna come in. Yeah, you most definitely gotta go. You can't help with no bills. I don't have no problem with leaving. That's right, little baby. Put them shoes in the bag. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Tell them how I paid your bills though. Put the bag. You paid my bills. But you ain't got no more checks coming in, so that means you can't help. Little baby, put them shoes in the bag. Get your jeans up. Crazy. I hope another man come here and help you out. Oh, trust me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
This is the book of Sirach, the 25th chapter, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 25th chapter, verse 16. And it reads, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Giving all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Radash. Double honors unto the head apostles of the Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well. Shalom unto the elders, the elder bishops, the brothers of Great Millstone, and the affiliate camps as well. Shalom, shalom. So this is the brother Ashamath back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, you find this lesson edifying. In this lesson, I wanted to speak on the opening clip because this is a prime example of a man giving his strength unto a woman. Proverbs 31:3 will get that as well. As far as his living situation, his livelihood. Because in this queendom that we live in, which is ran upon a queen of heaven vibration, the pride of women is at an all-time height, especially the pride of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, and Seminole Indian woman. And that I'm every woman, Cardi B, thought spirit, the spirit of whoredom and pride is upon Eve heavily, especially in these times. The OnlyFans spirit, women just thinking they could just get everything for nothing. And what happens is when you move in with the woman, and the apostles and the elders and like-minded brothers have said this many a times, don't put your strength in a woman's hand as far as your livelihood and your living situation. Because not only will this type of thing happen, but worse, she'll make up a lie, say you beat her up, call the cops, call the ops, shit get really bad, call the ops, get you smoked. These women are straight up demons, man. And at the height of the demon pyramid is a so-called black woman publicly shaming Jake because he's fallen upon hard times. You won't see the East Indian woman doing this. You won't see the Hamite woman. You won't see the so-called African women doing this. Any of the women of the other nations, they don't do this to their men. Eve does this, man. And the times that we're coming into, one of the worst situations you could have as far as your living situation, the worst, is underneath the roof of a woman as far as the name is on her lease and everything's in her name. Because this will happen to you, and worse, especially in the times that we're coming into, she's going to view you as a plate. Hard times fall upon her. Bounties get issued for the MOT, for brothers preaching the word and so on and so forth. She's going to start looking at you as a bag as far as the brothers preaching his word. So the worst thing you can have as far as your living situation is being under a woman's roof. Enough of my rim. Let's get right to the scriptures. This is Isaiah 3:12, and it reads, As for my people, children are their oppressors, as far as Esau Edom, who rules like a child. And women rule over them. And this is a prime example of a woman ruling over a man and lording over him and publicly shaming him. Because Jake Jake's check didn't come. You know, and Jake was being a simp. Let's just call a spade, you know. And that whole situation was founded upon, you know, simping, man. You know, giving a woman all your money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. That ain't it, man. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. And this is a queen of heaven kingdom that we live in. You know, a queen of heaven queendom that we live in. Let me say it the right way. You know, which Eve and the serpent are co-ruling. Because women are put up on a pedestal in this society. This is Proverbs 31:3. Proverbs 31:3. Let's get the KJV and get the Amplified Bible and get a few more wrap on up. This is Proverbs 31:3. And it reads, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. And this is a prime example of when you put your livelihood in the hands of a woman that doesn't have your best interests, you know, because there are some Eve women that will probably hold you down, but that's a very, very rare situation. You know, the women of the other nations will hold you down 9 times out of 10 before Eve will, man. You know, Proverbs 31:3, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. And that's a prime example of what happens when you put your living situation in the hands of a woman, when your name's not in the lease. You know, him and his child got thrown out, you know, like some garbage. This is Proverbs 31:3. And it reads, do not give your generative strength to women. Amplified Bible. Proverbs 31:3, Amplified Bible. Do not give your generative strength to women, neither foreign wives in marriages or alliances, nor concubines, the women of the other nations. Because, you know, we're allowed to have women of the other nations. That's your wife too. If you have like a regular woman, as far as the Israelite woman, and you have a woman of the other nations, she's just a wife of lesser status. Marriage in the ancient world was done for the purpose of joining houses, resources, land, so on and so forth. You know, you don't do that. We don't do that with the women of the other nations, but we're allowed to deal with them because that child will come out as an Israelite. I can go plant my seed wherever I want to. That child's still going to be a Jake, you know, as far as the women of the other nations. I'll read it again. Proverbs 31:3. See, 8%. Do not give your generative strength to women, neither foreign wives in marriages of alliances, nor concubines, a woman of the other nations of lesser status, as far as a wife of lesser status, nor your ways to that which destroy kings, This is the book of Sirach, the 25th chapter. Let's get 13 and then get 16. Sirach 25 and 13. And it reads, let's get this as well. Sirach 25 and 19. And it reads, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And this woman didn't have no regard for that Jake nor his child, man. You know, and that's in the curses, you know, a woman, you know, shall, you know, basically hate her husband, hate a man of her nation, hate the other women of her nation, so on and so forth, man, you know. And a woman, that's supposed to be a pillar of rest. You know, what's this bitch doing? You know, being a lion and a dragon. This is Sirach 25 and 13. And it reads, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And that's a prime example of the wickedness of a woman. Using Jake for his money, and then when the money runs out, not holding Jake down, publicly shaming him and kicking him out of the house with his 1-year-old, 2-year-old child, man. Let's get this as well. This is Sirach 25 and 15. And it reads, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. And you got to remember, in these times that we're in, this kingdom, these bald-headed scallywags, they're your enemy, man. Now, I ain't speaking about you women in the truth. I'm talking about you women who are outside the truth. But there's a lot of out-of-order women with head wraps on, a lot of insincere head wraps. Slakia, Micah 7 and 9, and it reads, I will bear the indignation. Micah 7 and 10, and it reads, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto thee, where is the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power? My eyes shall behold her now. Now my eyes shall behold her. Slakia. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets, as dung. Let's get this in another version. Micah 7 and 10. Micah 7 and 10. Let's get this in the Amplified version. Let's see what it says. Micah 7 and 10, Amplified Bible, and it reads, then my enemy, all the pagan nations, that's going off, but our enemies are the pagan nations, but it's talking about Eve, then my enemy, all the pagan nations shall see it. Let's stick with the KJV, because you got to be careful with these other versions, because these other versions are correct when it comes to certain scriptures. When it comes to dark sayings, parables, prophecies, most of the time, a lot of the time when you read these other versions, they'll go off. Micah 7 and 10 in the KJV, and it reads, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Let's get the NLT. Let's get NIV, matter of fact. Let's get a NLT. Let's just see what it says. I'll get one or two more wrap on up. This is Micah 7 and 10, the NLT. And it reads, then my enemies will see that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is on my side. They will be ashamed that taunted me, saying, where is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that power of yours? With my own eyes I will see their downfall, and they will be trampled like mud in the streets. And you women in these times that we're coming into, you're going to be victims of circumstance. These paperbacks, these greenbacks that aren't worth a rat's aren't worth shit. This money, fake money that we have, that you put your trust in, that you love, that you'll kick Jake out of the house for, and do all sorts of wickedness for. Well, you're gonna realize that, it ain't really worth nothing. This money, this is a kingdom where people, ultimately they worship money. The scriptures say money, the love of money is the root of all evil. Because money is also a defense, but people do some wicked ass shit for money, man. We'll cross each other out, backstab each other, all for $1, man. That ain't worth nothing. It's not backed up by any gold. It's just a green piece of paper, I had another precept written down in my notes. Bear with me. This is, let me see, yeah. Yep. This is, Isaiah 29 and 16. Let's get this one. Isaiah 29 and 16. And it reads, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding. And that's what Esau Edom has done. He's turned things upside down, where women are put up on a pedestal. They're put in positions of power. And Eve, because of this queen of heaven spirit that this queendom is ran upon, she's at the height of her pride. Let's get 1 Corinthians 7 and 29. 1 Corinthians 7 and 29. And it reads, But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. As far as brothers with women. Because you're not supposed to be all super duper into, your woman like that. Because in the blink of an eye, she can switch up on you. In the blink of an eye, especially in these times that we're coming into, well, a lot of these women, are going to turn their backs on you. Be looking to turn you in. You're going to see the true colors, of your partner in these times to come. And a woman will distract you from doing the work. She'll try to see if she can, pull you away from the truth, because she's not getting enough attention. And this truth, what it teaches you is to be a real man. A real man, he ain't gonna let a woman lord over him like that. He gonna tell Eve straight up, this is how it is. This is how it's going down. If you don't like it, so what? I'll go find me another woman, man. Get with the program or get lost. It is what it is. If you with it, sit down, shut up, you know what I'm saying, and be along for the ride. But a lot of these women are going to turn on brothers in these times to come. Family members, so on and so forth, And it's just in your best interest, man, that if you can avoid living with a woman, avoid it. Because this type of shit, it happens all the time, in the hood, man, And that's why the apostles and elders and like-minded men and the bishops, they've said for a long time, don't move in with no woman, man, And these women of the other nations, they don't do this. But ultimately, because of the society that we live in, Eve's at the height of her pride. And it's just the best situation you can get in is, living on your own, if it be possible. Every brother's situation is different. You may have to live with family. There's certain brothers, you may not have a spot. You may just be from spot to spot. You may have to live at a motel or whatever the situation is. If you can avoid living with Eve, and being under a woman's roof, if you can, if so possible, do it, because this type of shit can and will happen to you, So with that, I'm going to close on out. Lord willing, you were edified by this lesson. And in closing, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, double honors, and to the head apostles of the great millstone who do rule well and teach well, Shalom, to the elders and the elder bishops of the great millstone as well. Until next time, next lesson, Shalom, Wa, Abba, Baba. So, Shalom.